You know, I used to be really self-conscious about this rosacea on my skin. Gosh, my priorities have really changed. I believe in pronoia. It's the opposite of paranoia. The belief that the world conspires in your favor. Honey, it's a game changer. It's a cherry lifesaver, so sweet. That's a song. Hey guys, it's Katie Kate on the Homestead on an absolutely miserable Wednesday morning. Very cold, very windy. I slept with my windows open. It was just a miserable night. I woke up freezing. I went out to check on the animals and it was snowing out there. And I've been thinking how strange it is that I'm laying in bed thinking to myself, I just hope everything is alive when I go out there. It's such a strange way to live and I'm getting so accustomed to it. Gosh, I hope my chicks are alive. I hope the heat lamp didn't die overnight. It sounds cold out there. I hope a raccoon didn't get in the coop. I hope my raccoon trap is empty. I hope all my plants are alive in the greenhouse. It truly is just a life and death way to live out here. It's a good morning to just sit and drink extra cups of coffee until it warms up enough outside to get out and be productive. I've been thinking a lot lately about obstacles. I was speaking to a friend of mine about this lifestyle and how much fun I was having with my animals, my chickens, and they commented that they sit around discussing all the farm animals that they would like to have if they were able to set up something like this. And I was excited and really encouraging the lifestyle. And the response that I received was, we're concerned that we won't have enough money. It just got me thinking about all of the obstacles that people put in their path to whatever it is that they aspire to. Now, when it comes to money, the reality is there's never enough money to do anything you want to do in life. There's never enough money to have children, but we do it anyway. There's really never enough money to start a business or embark on something like this. And in some ways, we just have to make the decisions, decide to make whatever compromises will be necessary, and then leap. You know, there's that proverb that says, leap and the net will appear. And that is something that I live my life by. So money is one thing, and it impacts everybody. Nobody has an endless supply of financial resources that they can feel safe and secure, mentally for the rest of their lives. Very few people, at least. And I think it's just something that we just have to wrap our head around and prioritize and make decisions based on what you want. I feel like I've always been a little bit reckless in how I live my life, in that I have always followed my passions. I, skipped going to university, which was an option for me. I chose to backpack across Europe and Africa. I was a punk rocker. I played in bands for 10 years. I was an audio engineer before deciding to become a mother and then switching careers to being a personal trainer. I've had many different versions of myself over the years. And now here I am out here being a homesteader, recreating myself again. Another big obstacle is the knowledge and feeling like you don't have the knowledge to do something. And the reality is we all start somewhere. We're all beginners at some point, and that's a part of life, and that's how we learn. So I think that that's an obstacle that we can overcome with humility and dedication and being okay with failing and learning. Maybe that gets harder as we get older because we become more set in our ways and we get more accustomed to being in situations where we're very confident. But personally, I believe there's a lot of self-growth that comes from pushing our envelope at every stage of life and not falling into complacency, but continuing to try to learn and grow. When it comes to this lifestyle, I think the physical fitness aspect of it is also an obstacle for a lot of people, not believing that they will be capable of doing the amount of work. Just like anything, the reality is we build skills, we build fitness, we build endurance. And I came here with a decent amount of strength and fitness for my age. And still, I have grown and developed more and more conditioning, task specific to the things that I have to do out here. And it's just a matter of time. The other obstacle that I've really struggled with are other people's opinions, other people's doubts, other people's fears, and them projecting those things onto me. So all the things I just discussed, money, strength, knowledge, how are you going to do it? How are you going to manage out there all by yourself? Those kinds of thoughts. And personally, I just don't listen to them. And I tap into that reckless nature that I have where I'm just going to go for it. And I've always lived as if this is my one kick at the can and I want to have as much fun as I possibly can. An interesting conclusion to all of this is that the solution to obstacles is faith. And I am not a traditionally religious person. I have a lot of faith in myself, first and foremost, and also in the magic of life and this experience that we're all having. Some people call it God, some people call it the universe, people call it energy. I don't really have a name for it, but I choose to believe that the world conspires in my favor, and the things that did not come through for me are things that were not good for me and were not meant for me. And it helps me when I encounter roadblocks and challenges. Honestly, if you don't have any faith in anything and you are just a pen to paper kind of person, making these kinds of life decisions is going to be damn near impossible, I suspect, because again, it's never going to work out on paper, and that can be stifling. I'm all for planning, but there comes a point where you just have to do it and let the cards fall where they may. There's never a perfect time to have a kid, and I've done it twice, and somehow it's worked out. I've always had the resources to cope and to parent, and life is like that. Leap and the net will appear. I truly believe that. It's a part of my faith. Recently, I've had a couple of conversations about this with people who are pen to paper people, and it's left me feeling insecure and anxious, and it's an absolute killjoy to my happiness. And after a good night's sleep and reflecting on it some more, I just ended up feeling sorry for them that they don't have faith, the faith that it might take to jump into something passionate just for the hell of it. And although I don't call it God, I'm very grateful that I do believe in something that empowers me to live this brave, courageous, fulfilling life. All right, well, that's my coffee time for this cold, wet, gloomy Wednesday morning. Hopefully the weather's going to get nice and I can get back out and get some more stuff done out there. So until next time, happy, healthy living. May you chase all of your dreams fearlessly and with courage and bravery, because I think it's a really, really admirable path. I'm Katie Kate on the Homestead, and I'll see you later.